Good evening, everyone. First of all, I just want to say that the spirit of Rutgers Nation was in full effect today because we had three of our former athletes that was here and that's speaking to the team right now. That sisterhood is so real, and I'm so happy for these young ladies. But I'm so proud of everything that Coach String has built here. Bernard Delaney, who was the most improved player in the WNBA, is in the locker room. Kalia Copper, who was the MVP of the WNBA championship this year, is in the locker room. Erica Wheeler, who was the MVP of the All Star game, the WNBA All Star game, is in the locker room. So, them being here today in Coach's absence tells you how much Coach has done and meant to so many people. And we're just so happy about them being here. And then I thought our players played with great spirit tonight. In the second half, we played with a lot of energy and a lot of effort out there, and I think we're getting a little bit better. But I was really proud of their effort and the way they competed tonight, and so proud of these two young ladies that's here today with us. But overall, it was a great team win. We're still finding our way, and if we learn how to share the basketball a little bit more, we got a chance to be a pretty good basketball team.
Well, I've got a question for the players first. So, Stephanie and Sakima, to touch on what Coach just talked about, you've got three Rutgers alums and players who've gone on to great WNBA success here. They got to watch you play. What does all of that mean to you, getting to interact with them and sort of follow in their footsteps?
I think it's just really a privilege to have them here, to have that sisterhood that Coach Stringer talks about. I mean, they've had success at this level and at the next level. So just being able to talk to them about the game, to work with them when if they ever stop by practice and things like that, is really just a privilege and something that you can only get here at Rutgers. So it's really a privilege for me to be able to talk to them and hear all the things that they're trying to, tell us because they've been through it. Everything that we're doing, they've done it. So it's really a privilege for me.
Yeah, to piggyback off what Steph said, I also agree that it's a privilege. It's really an honor, to be in the presence of them, considering everything that they've done and they accomplished. So it was exciting.
Yes.
This is a question to Coach. How important was it to get off to a quick start in the second half to build the lead?
It was extremely important. I think our kids are finding their way, but I thought we played with a lot of effort and energy in the second half. I thought our defense was tenacious and we got after it and played the way we supposed to play Rutgers basketball. So by getting off to a good start, it ignited us, and then you could see the bench, and they were so excited about the play that their teammates was making, and that's what we talked about prior to the game, is that we have to have the right spirit, and everybody's got to be on one accord. And if everybody can be on one accord and have the right spirit, then they got a chance to be good. And I really appreciate the fact that even though they wasn't in the game, they were so excited about seeing their teammates have success. So it was important for us.
Stephanie, share more about your story of you went along with for 2 years on scholarship, and you must have wanted to challenge yourself, and you decide, let me go to Rutgers and walk on, and you must have seen something in yourself leading these last 3 years to today, to nights like tonight for yourself. Just share that story and perhaps reflect back about the work it took to make yourself a factor in the Big Ten within this team now, all these years later.
Yeah, so I actually came to Rutgers the summer before my senior year of high school for a tournament, and I just came and really fell in love with Coach Stringer, the school, the players. We got to go to the locker room. I really just fell in love. So when I left Longwood, I really knew that this is where I wanted to be, and she's who I wanted to learn from. So I've had a really, really tough journey to get here. I feel like I'm still on it. And I think it just makes me tougher, and it just makes me play with a chip on my shoulder every time I go out there to prove that I belong here, because I feel like a lot of people really counted me out. So I just try to go out there every day and show that I can be a factor in the Big Ten.
And what did you work on? You obviously knew that there was a lot of playing time available. But what did your last 6-8 months look like as you prepared to seize this opportunity? I guess what did you work on that maybe you just couldn't do as well last year, and now you can step on the floor and flourish?
Basically, the last few months I just changed my shot and worked on shooting. I think that's something that a guard in the Big Ten has to be able to do well. So I really just worked on shooting for these last couple months, and then I've tried to really just focus on my defense. I mean, that's what Coach Stringer and the staff here preach here is defense. So I felt like I was a good defensive player, but I knew I could just be so much better. So those two things.
Yeah. For Tim, 2 games now, you've gotten to see 80 minutes of basketball. We talk so much about getting this team to gel as a unit. What are your impressions now, 2 games in, of how they've performed, trying to get everybody on the same page on the court?
Well, first of all, we appreciate them trying to share the basketball with each other. We spent a lot of time yesterday talking about extra passes. We had, in the first game, we shot 44 shots on 2 passes only. And then we had 16 turnovers on the strong side of the floor. That's not the way we want to play. So we felt like today they tried to move the basketball. It wasn't pretty as we wanted it to be, but at least the effort was made to swing the ball from side to side. And as long as they're trying to make that effort and make the extra pass for each other, then they have a chance to be a really good basketball team. But we're a long ways away from determining who is going to be what person for us. For example, tonight, Steph led us in scoring. Sakima started in this game. We had a different lineup on the court. So we're going to continue to try to find us. And what we hope is that we can have success while trying to find us. But our base has to be solid. And I thought we worked on that yesterday. We talked a lot about our base being solid so that we can do a lot of things that we want to do. We still haven't even got into quick hits. We still haven't got into different defenses. They're still learning, but they're hungry while they're learning. And so we can appreciate that.
And Sakima, last one from you. So it was your first career start in college. Did that mean, did Coach tell you 15 minutes before? Did you know going in, and what the significance was of that, and perhaps, especially this week after your performance against St. Peter's Tuesday, I guess what this perhaps opportunity of a lifting off point might be for you, kind of moving forward in the rest of the season. How would you kind of sum up all those points?
Well, first off, no, I didn't know I was starting until we got into the locker room for chalk talk during the warm-up. But it was really exciting. I mean, I was ready when the opportunity came. I felt like I was prepared. But yeah, it was really exciting. So.
And just how about build off of Tuesday? I'm sure Coach saw something in you, but you played over 30 minutes today, so that's like a full game. What kind of steps do you think you've taken just in the last week, to seize this opportunity that's in front of you right now?
I feel like it's just this practices, like being engaged, asking a lot of questions, and I'm really learning a lot more because like last year we didn't really have like the summer, which is a lot of time where we learn like a lot of the details and the little things that are important in our foundation of our system. So I've been taking in all of the opportunities to learn and getting all the information I need to be out there on the floor and earn my spot. So.
Coach, any final words as you